Hello, and welcome to Enhancing Heat Management in Microsoft's Maia 100 chips using thermal transistors. Let's get into it. Here's the problem. Microsoft has excessive heat accumulation in its data centers. These require intensive cooling methods. Therefore, we recommend Microsoft integrates solid-state thermal transistors into its Maia 100 chips. Thermal transistors, through their precise heat modulation, can control heat 13 times better than the existing solutions. As a result, Microsoft can optimize their server performance, reduce their energy consumption, and enhance the reliability of their data centers, which all return in an increased revenue. As mentioned before, heat is a major problem for these data centers. It leads to a high operation cost, demands substantial cooling infrastructure, and ultimately affects the overall efficiency of these data centers. Now, if we talk about the server performance specifically, excessive heat leads to lower processing speeds, higher instabilities of the system, and most importantly, a shortened lifespan of the server components, with studies even showing that increased temperatures can decrease the system reliability by 50%. Now, if we zoom in even deeper, this heat causes hotspots to form in the chips due to the high power densities, which can lead to performance impact, energy efficiency, and lifespan and decreased lifespans of these processors. Now, traditional cooling methods require very high levels of energy, and this leads to a large carbon footprint. These are some of the experts who are vocal about the problems caused by heat. Okay, so right now, Microsoft is using a state-of-the-art two-phase cooling system. And while this being significantly more effective than air cooling, it is still really expensive. We noticed some gaps in their cooling systems. While Microsoft does use the cutting-edge external cooling technology, it lacks the use of in-chip thermal management systems for its servers. Microsoft is exploring in-chip management for its future and is poised to become a leader in the field. But we have a recommendation that can accelerate this growth for Microsoft, aligning to their sustainability goals for the future. So, here is our solution. We recommend that Microsoft integrates solid-state thermal transistors to modulate the heat flow inside their chips. Thermal transistors are seen to have 13 times better control over heat than the previous solutions, which will decrease Microsoft's dependence on the external conventional cooling systems. Implementing this would increase Microsoft's system performance, leading to increased server capacity, which would ultimately raise the amount of revenue they generate. This is a brief on how the thermal transistors work. Now, let's go through why they are better than the status quo. The biggest advantage they offer is localized heat management directly within a chip, along with the scalability of these chips. These transistors are also really efficient, and doing so, they allow for the chips to have denser configurations and more computing power. Last but not the least, it is an environmentally friendly solution in contrast to the other cooling systems. This seamlessly aligns with Microsoft's goals of sustainability. This is what experts have to say about the thermal transistors. Now, there are some possible drawbacks to implementing thermal transistors, the biggest of them being the setup cost, time required, and the reliability of these transistors. This is the revenue we could estimate that Microsoft can generate if they integrate thermal transistors in their system. And this is the estimated cost for the integration of these thermal transistors. We recommend implementing our solution in 3 steps. First, Microsoft can collaborate with the UCLA team for their expertise in the solid-state thermal transistors. Then, Microsoft can use its recent deal with Intel to form new methods to fabricate and integrate thermal transistors into their chips. Then, with the expertise, Microsoft can go ahead and manufacture variants of their Maia 100 chips with thermal transistors integrated. We chose Microsoft's Azure West US1 data center in San Francisco, California, as an ideal place for the pilot program for testing these thermal transistors. Here, Microsoft can test the new chips from 6 to 12 months and monitor its performance and gain valuable data for refinement. This is an ideal roadmap for the implementation for Microsoft from June 2024 to May 2026. Now, in the end, I, Nitish Manoja, on behalf of my team, including Karen, Pratyush, and Elif, would like to say a big thank you for you to listening to our solution and letting us be a part of this very impactful challenge. Thank you.